So I think Girlicane, her I Can, came to be mainly as an exploration of space, size, and scale.
Yeah, and just trying to think more as an installation instead of a specific piece. We just wanted to take up space because usually we don't have the opportunity to, just as, you know, emerging artists in general, but then it also kind of ties into the whole girlhood experience.
A lot of the art world is so based in the final product, you know? Like getting to where you're supposed to be, or like having everything perfect. And
The presentation.
Yeah.
Above all.
Yeah. And granted, presentation was like our main idea, you know? This whole thing came to be when we started thinking, what are we gonna do?
You know, playing around with the shape and stuff, we kind of just realized it was swirling into a hurricane kind of on its own, oscillating around what we think is perfect, or like that perfect point that we're going to, but we can't actually reach. And just like a hurricane, like has the point of the eye, but that's not really the rest of the hurricane anyway. That's just the point of calm, and it's very different from the actual experience of the hurricane.
Which was also a really big point of this piece, is placing a mirror at the center of the installation to kind of make this immersive effect where at the calm of all of these circling canvases and these, you know, like moving colors and gestures and shapes and details, that you were present. And that is a part of the spiritual process of being present amongst everything that's surrounding you and being the calm through all of the chaos.
Seeing yourself in it and being immersive, it's not just like us seeing ourselves in it, it's anybody that comes in and views it. They can kind of, even if they have no idea what girlhood is like at all and they don't have anything, they don't relate to any piece of it, everybody stops and kind of gives it a second look because everybody sees themselves and everybody's familiar with themselves, so it's kind of calming but also uncanny because you're not used to seeing yourself in that context, but you still feel like you have a landing spot to explore it at least, unless you just don't want to, but you know.
There's also a lot of reference to the evil eye and protection, and I think that color blue is really important too, that royalty, that stillness, that calm of the water, but the power of it.
Girlhood, like, it's just like always like a rushed thing, or just not a fully counted thing. It's just a pit stop on the way to womanhood. Like in girlhood, you practice womanhood.
For me, it was also a lot of working with my inner child. A lot of my photography is really memory based, so I do work with my memory a lot, or other people's memories, but specifically here I found myself reaching back to this youthful time for myself, specifically like, I don't know, like middle school, like early middle school, like the end of elementary school, like that 10 to 13 age range, especially a lot with our color choice, but by means of going back to that version of myself and telling her that, like, it's okay to do this, you know, like you don't have to pigeonhole yourself in one medium, you know. I think I picked up my first camera when I was in like 7th grade is about probably when I started doing photo work. So, you know, kind of like going back to like the beginning of my art practice, you know, and like kind of addressing her and saying it's okay to like embrace everything that's surrounding you and all of these feelings and emotions and find different avenues for them.
Thinking also like about like play, the concept of play a lot has been a big inspiration of mine, like in this project and outside of this project, because developing new skills can definitely be very fun, especially for people like myself that get kind of bored easily. Granted, I've been doing photography for 10 years, so I guess I wasn't getting bored of it easily, but I haven't really painted, and I think it's still a novel thing to me to get into, because it's not like, oh, I've like practiced this so much. It's kind of just like it's not practicing a skill, it's just exploring the skill.
And I think that was one of the fun things collaborating with you, was that we had different styles and opinions, you know, at different times. And just being like, it's okay, you know, like you don't have to see eye to eye to eye to eye with everything around you, but embracing why it's there and what it's doing to you. I felt like that was really important.
Yeah, embracing the mess.
Yeah.